Welcome to All Things Money with David Blain, a thoughtful and revealing discussion of actionable ideas and effective strategies to help you through the complex world of investing, taxes, and real estate. Now, with All Things Money, here's David Blain.
Hello and welcome to All Things Money. My name is David Blain, your host for the show today. And thank you for joining us on 94.1 FM WNBU, as well as viewers on Cable TV 10 in New Bern. Thank you for joining us. We've got a great show planned today. There's a lot of things going on in the world and a lot of things in the markets and the economy. And I thought it might be fun today to lighten it up a little bit. And I found this article that came out June the 16th, and it's called 16 Meaningless Market Phrases That Will Make You Sound Smart on CNBC. And I thought this was just we'll spend some time on this talking about, talking heads on TV and finance people. And it's kind of funny, and I'm laughing because I am a talking head on TV. We have our own show. I don't really go on CNBC and things like that because I try to tell the truth. And what I have to say is generally not going to sell a lot of TV on CNBC because we try to calm people down. We try to get people to take the long approach. We don't promote products that Wall Street. We don't promote products that advertisers may sell. We try to teach people how to invest for the long term, how to save money on taxes. And frankly, doing that sort of stuff the correct way can be quite boring. However, I will say, as I go through the show today, if you ever catch me saying these phrases, please feel free to give us a call or email me and say that I said something that I'm going to cover today. So our phone number is 252-633-0107. Our email is allthingsmoney@dlblain.com. And, of course, the website is www.dlblain.com. If you have any comments or questions on the show, any topics you'd like to hear on the show, and after today, if you hear me repeating any of these phrases that I am going to make light of today, feel free to let us know that I am using these meaningless phrases that make you sound smart. So let's set this up a little bit. As I typically don't watch a lot of TV. I think that the majority of information on CNBC and Fox Business and Bloomberg TV, a lot of it is what I call financial pornography. That it's just not a lot of useful information for people. But they're certainly popular, and people have them on all day, and they think that they're going to gain some sort of insight from watching CNBC that's going to enable them to make, more money than their neighbor or make, millions of dollars. It's just not going to happen. But they do provide good entertainment if you're sitting at home all day. Some people just like watching the little ticker go across the screen and try to make news out of everything. So on these shows, of course, they always have to come up with these guests to come on so-and-so. And, I would love to go on there one day myself and say what I think, but generally my advice is to ignore the market gyrations and to invest in the long term, which doesn't make for very exciting news. But anyway, so they go on the shows and they make these statements, and over time, if you listen to it, you kind of hear the same things from time and time again, and they sound really smart, but when you really dig down to it, they're pretty much meaningless, that a lot of these guests talk about. And so I thought it might be fun to go through some of these that Henry Blodgett on the Business Insider, he compiled this list, and I'm going to use his list, but I'm going to put my own 2 cents in. So the first meaningless phrase is, the easy money has been made. You ever hear that before? The easy money hasn't been made. And typically when the host asks the guest whether investors should buy into a market or a stock that has gone up a lot recently, the guest will typically say, well, the easy money has been made. And the translation, what this means is that that prudent caution is advisable, that the stock or the market has gone up a lot, and the easy money has been made, and that it could go up a lot more, but it may be due for a correction, which is another meaningless phrase we'll get into. Why is this meaningless? Well, it's obvious that the market has gone up or the stock has gone up, and it prevents the guest from actually having to make a prediction about what is going to happen. And that way, if it goes up more, they say, well, the easy money was made, but there was still more to be made. And if it goes down, they say, well, the easy money was made, and that's why it went down. So watch out for that one. The easy money has been made. Number 2, I'm cautiously optimistic. This particular phrase can be used just about in any possible circumstance whatsoever. That someone is cautiously optimistic, it's sort of an oxymoron, and it implies, wise, prudent caution, but also a sunny outlook. And so it sounds more reasonable than making an outright prediction that the market will go to the moon or that it's going to crash. That saying cautiously optimistic. And of course, as you probably imagine, the dichotomy of those two phrases is that it could mean almost anything, and so it has no meaning to the viewers. The third one, it's a stock picker's market. And you hear this all the time. It's another classic one that is virtually utterly meaningless. What it implies is that in this particular time, the stock picking is going to enable someone to make more money than just investing in the market. And I do have to talk about this one a little bit because we do talk about the correlation of the stocks in the index, how much the correlation between the stocks and the market itself does imply that some stocks are going up more or some stocks are going down. And when you have high correlations, there is no benefit to picking individual stocks. And when you have low correlations, there is some potential ability to outperform. Of course, we basically think that for 99% of the investors out there, that the exercise of picking stocks is futile to begin with, but we do like to present the information. But when these people get on TV and say, well, this is a stock picker's market, the reality is most people would be better served staying away from trying to select stocks. Number 4, it's not a stock market, it's a market of stocks. Have you ever heard this before? This is also another phrase that the commentators can use just about any time. It's not a stock market, it's a market of stocks. Well, we're coming up on a break here, so when we come back, we'll go into the description of that meaningless phrase. So for All Things Money, my name is David Blain, and we'll return after a few short messages from our sponsors.